So our records show that you called 911 from your personal cell phone at 7 a.m. on Friday, February 19th to report finding the unresponsive body of a man by the lake behind the First Baptist Church. We'd like to ask you a few questions to establish your agenda that morning and inform you that the victim was Mr. John Root, DeSoto Junior High 8th grade social studies teacher. So, what time did you arrive at the church Friday, February 19th?
Most mornings I get up about 5:30 and I head to Snap Fitness, which is over by Walmart. I worked out, ran for a while. A couple guys who were there that are normally there in the mornings. One is Jake Dietrich, the funeral home director here in town. He and I are pretty good friends. And so we were there, and probably, I don't know, I wasn't looking at the clock. I'm off on Fridays, so I don't have to be at work at a specific time. But probably left about 6:15, 6:30, and started heading back home. But on my way home is the church, of course. It's in between here and there. And many times I'll just go down Grace Way, the road that runs by kind of through our property. We've had some problems. We've had some people hanging out, maybe even, in fact, we've had people, one of our outbuildings out there, we call it the Outback, we've had homeless people sleeping in the basement. So we've had a lot of problems, things come up missing. We've had some a little bit of vandalism. The church has been broken into a few times. And so it's not uncommon for me to just drive through there quickly and check things out. Don't really pay attention to the lake much, but that particular morning I noticed an irregularity down there. I was at first thought maybe that it was one of the homeless people that we actually kind of know who the homeless people are. They're down there, so I kind of recognize them. At first I thought maybe he got drunk or something and was down there and just sleeping it off or whatever. So naturally, you see something like that, you're not going to not, check out things, and so walk down. And that's when I came upon the scene.
So, did you stop to get food anywhere that morning?
No, I never stop to get food. I always have a banana or a power bar and a bottle of water with me to go to the gym. So it's kind of hard to eat a greasy sandwich or something on the way to run, don't you think?
Yeah. So what were you doing at the church that morning?
Like I said, checking out, just making sure everything was locked up and safe and that we weren't having any problems.
So what were you doing when you discovered the body at the lake?
So just, again, driving along there. Just going to drive through. So wasn't really intending on stopping or going into any of our facilities. Just making sure things were, again, safe.
So, was anyone with you when you discovered the body?
No, I was by myself. I had left the gym. Again, there were several people there who would have recognized me. By the way, there's also a video camera in our gym, and it's always recording. So there's video evidence too of me being there.
Did you see anyone around the church or lake that morning?
Just the victim.
Did you touch anything at the scene?
No. Naturally, I wanted to take a good look and see what was going on, make sure again that it wasn't someone that was passed out or something that required, I assumed I was probably going to have to call the police or some medical help immediately. But as I walked up and realized kind of the unusual nature of things, determined not to be too vigorous in disturbing things.
Did you see what happened to the victim?
I could just tell that obviously he was not in the land of the living as a person who is around death a lot. I know a corpse when I see one.
Did you see anything else dead at the scene?
We've had some neighbors, some people who live around the lake, and then even some of the local businesses comment about our geese that we have there. Goose population seems to be pretty vigorous, and several of them have asked if they could shoot some of them, and I know that there seemed to be maybe somebody had taken a shot at one or something, because there was one deceased within proximity of the body.
Have you ever found dead animals at the lake?
That's the first time I think I've ever found one. I don't spend much time down there. We have a facility supervisor that I'm sure he would tell you that he has, but yeah, I don't go back there much.
Did it look like the victim had been in a struggle?
Hard to say. A lot of people fish down there, so the grass is disturbed frequently. You know, when someone's down there, kind of, because the grass is heavy around the lake, and when someone's down there fishing, a lot of times there you can see where they've trampled it and that kind of thing. And it looked like, of course, there had been some activity around there, but it would be hard to distinguish, you know, whether or not that was directly tied to this scenario or someone had been down there fishing a couple days before.
Have you had any interactions with the victim?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Well, if I had, I probably wouldn't be the senior pastor at First Baptist DeSoto, so I've tried to avoid the law.
Do you like to go fishing?
Not much. I enjoyed some fly fishing out in Colorado, but that pond really isn't a good place to do fly fishing, you think?
So do you fish anywhere regularly?
No. Haven't the time.
What is your favorite candy?
Is this random question day? I like Starburst, and you know, I like Reese's Cups too. I've always kind of liked the chocolate peanut butter kind of candies.
Right. And why are you leaving the country?
Well, I am going on a mission trip to northern Italy. I've been asked by our convention, our Baptist State Convention, to be a representative of Missouri Baptist in northern Italy. And so I'll be spending about a week there, traveling all over northern Italy. It's tough to be me.
Right, those are all the questions we have. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.